You're watching the Bad Boys Texas After Show only on Damien After Dark. This is Season 2, Episode 14. I'm so glad to have you here. So excited to see you all. And did you watch the episode? What did you think about this week's episode? Well, you better believe we're going to talk about it all. Make sure you get subscribed if you have not subscribed yet. And turn on your post notifications so you never miss a beat. Also, join the conversation by leaving your thoughts and opinions in the comment section throughout this video. And last but not least, make sure you support the channel. You can support the channel in two ways. One, by clicking the thumbs up button down there below the screen. It's completely free to do, and I will love you forever if you do so. You can also donate to the channel to help the Damien After Dark channel grow by leaving a super chat / super thanks. Or you can donate using Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. I will put the description, all the links in the description below so you can find that. And I appreciate all the support all across the board. Y'all mean the world to me. Now, let's get to it. We got one episode left until Bad Boys Texas is over, okay? There's 15 episodes this season. Will we get a reunion? I don't know. You know, last season we did not get one. There was a lot of stuff that happened off camera and behind the scenes with the season 1 cast to where they did not have a reunion because a lot of people just didn't want to show up. So I don't know if we'll get a reunion for season 2. We'll see. I hope so, but let's go ahead and get started with this episode. So this episode starts with Adonis and Rel. They're outside, front of the house, talking back and forth. Adonis is being flirty with Rel a little bit. And if you remember, when Adonis first came onto the show, he said that he and Relly had a little something going on in the past. I don't know whether they just banged for a night. Were they in a relationship? Maybe he said they dated. I'm not sure, but it was something there. So they're showing them outside together, talking. Adonis is kind of being a little flirty with him. But here's my thing with Adonis, okay? Maybe some of y'all saw this too. My thing with Adonis is who we see on camera the real Adonis? Or is he portraying a character for us? Now, some of you may be wondering, well, what are you talking about? I feel like I've seen the true Adonis the entire time throughout the season. However, I can't, how can I say this? Like, I can't help but wonder, is he portraying an image as this masculine trait? Are you presenting masculine trait for the girls, Adonis, and for the viewers? Are you trying to perceive yourself as this was a Mo City JB type when you're really not? I don't know. Does anybody know Adonis? Is anybody here from Miami? The only reason I question it is because I saw a video this weekend or last week, sometime last week. I saw a video of Adonis in thigh-high stripper boots, and he was voguing at a ball, down at the ballroom. He was voguing, yes ma'am, pump, go, click, boom. Had the thigh-high pumps on. Baby girl was getting it, okay? Now, before y'all come for me, let me just say this. Just because a man is, and y'all, if y'all watch my videos, you know I feel this way. Just because a man is masculine doesn't mean, you know, they can't play in heels, they can't vogue, they can't do any of that. I'm not saying he can't do ballroom. Lots of masculine men do ballroom. They just do different categories most of the time. I'm not even a ballroom fan, or like, I don't even get into it like that, but I do know that most masculine men do it. They do a certain category, right? For those that are watching that know ballroom, help me out here. So I'm not saying that Adonis can't be a masculine man that happens to like to, you know, dress in heels, do drag, whatever, do ballroom. We just typically don't see it. So maybe he's ushering in something new that we don't really get to see, that's often hid. I I just have to wonder. That's all. I'm not shade. If he is a masculine man that loves to do ballroom, loves to do drag, I admire you for living in your truth. You know, that sort of thing. But I also can't help but wonder, is this an act? Because I've been around lots of men in my life who try to perceive this kind of thing right here in public. But behind closed doors, girl, behind closed doors, gets down with the girls, if you know what I'm saying. Okay? That's all. I've met so many men like that. And listen, let me speak from experience. When I was coming into my own and like really figuring out who I was, or let me just say this, when I came out as gay when I was 16 years old, throughout those first years of discovering who I was, I felt this conscious decision or this conscious pressure to come off as more masculine because I knew that I had feminine traits, like a lot of gay men do. Oh, is my voice gonna sound too girly? When I walk, you know, do I strut or do I bounce? You know what I'm saying? Am I holding my wrist too limp? Are they gonna make fun of the music that I'm listening to? I'm playing Rihanna. Is that too gay? You know what I'm saying? I feel like us as gay men, when we're first coming to terms with our sexuality, we often have that push and pull of how you should be or how you should act. But now that I'm 30 years old, baby, I don't give a fuck. Okay? Now that I'm 30, I do not care. I am who I am, flaws and all. I got a little bit of masculine flowing through my blood. I got a little bit of feminine flowing through my blood. And it just is what it is. And that's part of life. You learn to grow you learn to become your own. Anyway, it just makes me wonder, at Adonis's big age, is he trying to play trade? Or is Adonis really just masculine trade? What do y'all think? Now, make sure you leave that in the comments, your thoughts and opinions. Let me know what y'all think about Adonis. Now, Chef Madea, Chef D, Orlando, and Jonathan, they come outside, and D says he has some activities planned for the rest of the day for Jonathan's birthday. Now, Big Lou gets brought up, and I want to know why Big Lou really went home. Can we talk about it? Why did Big Lou really go home? Why do y'all think he really went home? Didn't he say he was sick or he was homesick or something like that? He didn't feel like, I don't know. Like, I'm just like, do y'all miss Big Lou? As I was sitting here thinking, do I miss Big Lou? I don't know. I mean, yes, he was over the top and obnoxious, and sometimes that makes for good TV, but I don't know. Raz B brings Big Lou up, and Mo City says he heard that Big Lou went home because he was scared. Now, I don't know about that. Maybe he was. Maybe there were some things behind the scenes we didn't see. But Big Lou was a big personality and was out there and in your face for him to seem scared. Maybe he was scared. Sometimes the loudest ones are the scariest ones. So I don't know. But yeah, let me know why y'all think Big Lou went home. Now, Carry On. Prince took up for Carry On in one scene. Did y'all peep that? Raz B said something about Carry On being Kirk Franklin's son. Excuse me. And Carry On pretty much told Raz B, why do y'all do that? Y'all know that Carry On, he actually doesn't like when y'all bring up his father in any capacity. He may smile or he may giggle when y'all bring his father up, but deep down he doesn't like it. Which I don't think Raz B meant anything malicious by it. If you watch that scene, I don't think Raz B meant anything by it. But I thought it was sweet that Prince kind of took up for him a little bit. Which that's why I've always liked Prince. Because outside of the reality TV drama, he's the type of guy that's going to stand up for you if he feels like something's not right. He's a really sweet and humble guy, like, honestly. Like your big brother or your next door neighbor. That's who Prince remind me of. He really is a cool dude, despite what we've seen on TV and in the media. Now, all the boys are in the living room in the next scene, sitting around, literally trying to think of ideas that they could do for the finale. Literally. They're sitting around trying to come up with things that they can do for the finale of the show. Do y'all know how pissed I would be if I was on this show and we had to come up with things to do? Like, what the fuck are the producers here for? Ain't that what y'all here for? To structure this whole show for us? Like, what? How the fuck are y'all over here trying to scrounge up ideas for the finale? That should be already thought of, done, signed, sealed, and delivered. Y'all over here thinking that we need to find a venue and y'all got 2 days left of filming? What? And not to mention, they already said they've spent way more money than they've made. They've made nothing, but they've spent over $100,000 since they've been on this tour. But they've made nothing. At least the baddies, I can say that. We gotta give it to Natalie and the baddies. At least they was bringing in, you know, $1,000, $1,200, $1,500 a person every night when they went to a city to party. All I gotta say is thank God next week's the finale. You know, Bad Boys Texas didn't start out bad, but it was like mid. Like, here's like great television. Here's like mid. And then it just kind of went, yeah. Now they're over here talking about let's go boxing. Then they say, oh, yeah, after we go boxing, we need to finish the song that we restarted recording. I'm just like a hot fucking mess. Are we going to throw a party? Are we going to go do boxing? Are we going to finish the song we recorded 3 episodes ago? And listen, I'm like, really? Really says he's sick of hearing about this song and he's ready to go home. Relly is saying what the rest of us are thinking. We are sick of hearing about this song that y'all want to record so bad, and we want to go home. Okay? We don't care no more. Now, Raz B goes to get a speaker. Raz B goes to get a speaker so they can play the song out loud for everybody to hear. And he says that he wanted to be on the song, yet the guys didn't want him on the song. If y'all remember, they didn't want Ara on the song either. Well, apparently, they didn't want Raz B on the song either. But my thing is, Raz B's done a lot of extra shit this season. He has, okay? But he's the one person in this group that's got a musical history. He's the one person in this group that's won awards for music. He's the one person in this group who's made money from his music. He's the one person in this group that has toured as a musician. Why would you not want the musician on your song? Make it make sense. Which maybe at the end of the day, it was a good idea they didn't want him on the song, because if you saw the preview for next week, they invite him to be on the song and he never shows up. So maybe that's why they didn't want him on. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, they're on their way to do this boxing match. Snooze. Actually, I went into it thinking snooze fest. But to be honest, it wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. I would have rather seen them do that boxing match than them go to the club again or whatever the fuck they be doing. The boxing match wasn't bad. Now, Relly says, this isn't an activity. This is punishment. And I'm with Relly on this one because, listen, I wouldn't want to go either. This is what y'all want to do for our last couple of days here? Like, fight each other? That's not fun to me. Half of the men on this show are gay or down low. Hell, I mean, yes, there are some gay men that like to box, that like to fight, that like to do the physical activity and the sports and whatnot. But most of us gay dudes, we don't want to, why the fuck would we want to go to the boxing match, bitch? I want to get cute, go to brunch, smoke a blunt, and go shopping. That's my idea of fun. Well, not in that order. Get cute, then smoke the blunt. Or, let me rephrase that. Smoke the blunt, get cute, go to brunch, then go shopping. That's my kind of day right there. And come home and take a nap from the exhausting day. Right? Like, come on now. On on the bus to the boxing ring, the boys are just talking, and they get to talking about education and going to school and who's got a degree and who graduated high school. And Prince talks about how he has a degree in, you know, communications and broadcasting. And Raz B says he never graduated or got a GED. And Prince was sort of shocked by that. He was like, what? You mean to tell me you don't even have a high school diploma or a GED? And I'm like, Prince, you from Miami-Dade. You from the 305, baby. I know you know some people who ain't got they high school diploma or they GED. I don't know about where y'all from, but where I'm from, I know plenty of people who don't have their high school diploma or GED. And some of those people are smarter than the people who do have their high school diploma, GED, or a college education. True tea. True tea. A paper education does not always equal common sense and street smarts. Let it be told. Just like Mo City said, if you can make it without an education, you know, hey, I feel like that's just, granted, listen, education is very important. I'm not saying don't go get an education, but it's not for everybody. If you've got the street smarts and you've got the hustle and the drive and the mentality, and you can go out here and you can get it on your own in other ways and be fulfilled and be happy at what you're doing and live a successful life, why the fuck not? That's what they should be teaching us. Not everybody is meant to go to school and get, and you know, yes, finish high school if you can, but not everybody's meant to go to college. Is what I'm trying to say. And y'all know that. Hell, my ring light looks like it's not bright enough. There we go. Now, when they got to that gym where they were boxing at, Jonathan decides he's going to help train Chef D, get Chef D ready. I screamed when Jonathan called Chef D Madea. I said, oh my God, has Jonathan been watching the after shows? Either Jonathan been watching the after shows or just everybody calls Chef D Madea at this point. I guess everybody calls him Madea. I'm very pro allowing guys to be friends without gay men should be allowed to be good friends without the insinuation that they're dating or they're fucking. There's been lots of instances where I've had gay friends and people automatically assume that you're dating them or you're screwing them because you're two men. And I don't want to perpetuate that in this scenario. However, when it came to Jonathan, like, picking and playing with Chef D, and at one point he had Chef D in the floor and had Chef D's legs in the air, I think Chef D liked it. I'm just going to be honest with you. Jonathan may not have had any intentions at all, but I feel like Chef D liked what was going on. He liked them big, long, big legs in the air, and he sure was squealing and giggling like a little girl on the playground in the schoolyard. Uh-huh. So that's your twin, right, Chef D? Your twin. Now, for whatever goddamn reason, out of nowhere, truck pulls up and Bobby fucking Lights gets out of the truck. Why Bobby Lights is there? The only thing I can assume is that the show was dragging that bad. As I said, if y'all remember last week and the week before and the week before, I said they're running out of ideas. Producers are running out of things for them to do. They're scrambling. So they're trying to figure out stuff that they can do to make this show last 15 episodes. So what do? Bring! We've already called Natalie, so call Bobby. Bobby will do it for half the price that Natalie will. Hey, Bobby. Yeah, if we fly you into Dallas, could you do a little scene at a boxing ring with the bad boys, and we'll pay you $2,000, $2,500? Oh, absolutely, I'm on the way. On the way. Just let me know when I need to get on the plane. Bam, that's how it went. Now, a few weeks ago, I said that, y'all remember when I said I thought that Carry-On was still struggling with his sexuality? I felt like deep down Carry-On still struggles with his sexuality. I've always thought that based off the comments he made on the bus that night. him and Relly got into it. But when Bobby came in and greeted Carry On, Bobby kind of like twerked and grinded up on Carry On. You know, how people do that little thing against you. Like, they'll squat down and they'll come up like. So that's what Bobby did to Carry On. And usually somebody who's battling with their sexuality, they ain't gonna like that at all. Get the fuck away from me. You know what I'm saying? But Carry On looked like he liked it. When Bobby did that, he was like, you know, he looked like he liked it. So, you know, maybe he was shocked at the same time too, but maybe I need to take back what I said about Carry On. Maybe he is struggling with his sexuality. I don't know. Something's going on with Carry On up there. We just don't know what it is. Now, did anybody else feel like Jonathan was low-key hating when Bobby came in? I just feel like some of y'all feel the same thing that I'm feeling. Because a lot of times y'all be agreeing with me. And y'all be like, I thought the same thing. Did any of y'all feel like when Jonathan saw Bobby come in, it was instantly like he was pissed? Because, you know, Bobby comes in and he goes over there and tries to talk to Jonathan. And he's like, yo, come on, we're going to do this boxing challenge. And Jonathan's like, oh, no, I'm good. I got my headphones in, like, I'm good. And Jonathan made the comment that Bobby wasn't a bad boy, so he was going to sit this one out. But I feel like all the attention wasn't on Jonathan. All the attention was going to Bobby, and he did not like that. Think about it. Before Bobby came in the picture, out of the entire cast, I feel like Jonathan's kind of been leading the pack. Out of the entire cast, I feel like Jonathan's been the one that's been a threat. He's been the one that the boys have to kind of tiptoe around because they know that he whoops ass for the most part. Jonathan's coming off of his birthday where everybody just was celebrating him, throwing him parties, kissing his ass. And now Bobby comes in and he stops the show. And he's here and he's gonna, you know, he's taking over. And I just feel like, Jonathan couldn't take it. We found Jonathan's weak spot. We found his weak spot. Just bring somebody that's bigger, more clout around, and there you go. That's how you melt him right there like the Wicked Witch. Just bring somebody around and he melts. He can't stand it. Y'all can't tell me he wasn't low-key hating. Now, granted, I don't get why Bobby was there either. I guess just to host that. But, or because the producers needed something to spice the episode up. But I feel like Jonathan gave Bobby his power in that moment. You're letting him control you. Like, you that worried about that man being there? Really? Now, Bobby says that Natalie called him and told him that she needed a favor. And so he's doing this boxing challenge, and they're going to box one another. And the last man standing is going to win a cash prize of $5,000 cash. And see, that's why I like Zeus. They don't come out handing you no motherfucking check. You got to go get cash. They're going to bring you out a motherfucking wad, a stack of your money. Y'all remember the baddies used to come home with stacks of money every night? This cash prize that they brought out was a stack of $50 bills. Prince and Chef D went first. And, you know, Prince did his little 1-2. He did his thing on D. And Prince ended up winning the first challenge. D didn't even get a hit in. This is for y'all that didn't watch. Relly and Carry On end up going up next. And, I'm surprised because I didn't think Carry On was a fighter, so I thought he would set the fight out, but he didn't. But damn, Carry On, you so sexy. He took that shirt off. I'm just like, God damn. Now, Bobby said that Carry On and Relly were fighting like sissies, and everybody was surprised that Relly put the paws on Carry On, and he did. I mean, Carry On didn't get a lick in when it came to Relly, and Relly just battered him up. I was even surprised. But hey, the sissies are the ones you gotta watch out for. Don't let the limp wrist fool you. Because this limp wrist can go like this real motherfucking quick, right? And just a little shout out to Orlando Brown, because he wins the award for Best Confessionals this season. He brought the comedic relief this season, so we appreciate you, Orlando. I was worried at first when they were bringing you on this show, but you have been a pleasure to watch. So just wanted to say that. He had me hollering this whole season with his confessionals. Next up, they do Mo City versus Adonis in the boxing match. Now, if you remember, when Adonis first came into the house episodes ago as Anthony's replacement, Mo City snuck him. So they are encouraging Adonis to get his lick back. Get your lick back. So that's what Adonis is trying to do. And I felt like during Adonis and Mo City's fight that they both had an advantage on their side. Adonis had the advantage of weight. You know, he kind of throw his weight around. And Mo City had the advantage of speed because he was pew, 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 all around that ring. But ultimately, I feel like Mo City JB took it home by a hair or a little bit more. But not too much, in my opinion. Orlando and Raz B, they came up next. And Bobby said, we've got B2K versus That's So Raven. And their fight was comical. It's like the boys said on the show. It's like they didn't even want to fight. They didn't want to harm one another. They were just, you know, they just wanted to get it over and done with. It was nothing serious. Bobby was on the edge of the... You know what? I was shading Bobby coming, but I'm actually glad he came because it brought a little bit of comedic relief as well. He had me laughing when he was on the edge of the ring talking about, that's so Raven, it's the future I can see. Because that would have been me. That's so... It's so mysterious to me, yeah. Yep, that's me. Only the Disney kids, only the ones who grew up on That's So Raven, y'all will know what I'm talking about. It's so mysterious to me, yeah. Yep, that's me. Now, Orlando and Razby's fight ended up being a draw, obviously. And next week, we get to see who actually won the boxing match. They don't show it on this week's episode. So we will see who won that when the season finale comes around. Next week is the finale. So we will be wrapping up Bad Boys Texas and hopefully moving on to the reunion. And we will be getting ready for Jocelyn's Cabaret, which is airing this month. And I've got a lot of thoughts and opinions on that, okay? So make sure you're here each and every Sunday night for the official Zeus Network after shows. It's a party over here, and you don't want to miss it. Also, Blueface and Krishan, Crazy in Love, Season 2 aired tonight, this Sunday, July the 16th, on the Zeus Network. So if you're watching Blueface and Krishan's reality show, make sure you tune into that. The after show is uploaded now on my YouTube channel. If you want to go watch that, I would really appreciate it. And before we jump off of here, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you get subscribed and turn on your post notifications so you never miss a beat. Also, make sure you join the conversation and leave me your thoughts and opinions on this episode. What did you think of the episode overall? How did you feel about the boxing match that they did? What did you think about Bobby Lights coming on this episode? And do you think that Jonathan was hating when Bobby came into the room? I want to hear all that. Your thoughts, opinions, concerns, reads, and everything in between in the comments below. You can also support this channel by clicking the thumbs up button. It's completely free to do, and it's right under this video. When you click the thumbs up button, that is your way of supporting. You can also support by leaving a donation through YouTube with a super thanks. YouTube does take 50% of what you send to us creators. So if you'd like to send in other ways, you can send through PayPal, Venmo, or Cash App. And I will put all that in the description below. I love you guys so much for watching. And we'll see you next time on Damien After Dark. Mwah. See ya.